Hello wonderful people, today I have a little tutorial for you on how to paint this cute winter illustration. Everyone can paint along, no matter whether you're just a beginner or a pro or just seek some inspiration for your own Christmas cards. I promise everyone can do it. Before we start painting, here's a list of what you'll need. A piece of watercolor paper that is cut to 22 by 15 centimeters or any card size you want to paint on, a pencil and an eraser, some round brushes in different sizes, watercolors. I'm using the Schminke Academy watercolors, but you can use whatever you have available, some water and paper towels to dab your brushes on. Let me be clear. I really want this tutorial to be simple and accessible to everyone who wants to be creative. Feel free to pause at any time you need it to. If you prefer written instructions, you can find them on my blog, which is linked down below in the description box. Let's start. Before we paint, I want mine to be a Christmas card. It's why I'm folding this sheet of paper in half. To make it easier, you can score the paper before folding it, but today I'm working with limited tools and you can too. Draw the little landscape you can see on screen. Now onto your paper. You can pause the video so you have more time to do so. Press on your pencil only very lightly so you can see the drawing, but it's not overwhelming. That way it won't show in the final painting either. Take your time. With a sketch, you're setting the mood for the final painting and the proportions too. Make sure it's nicely centered. In case you want to add a sentiment, leave some room for it too. After drawing, you can erase the line slightly using an eraser. A kneaded eraser works best as it's easier on the paper surface. Just try to not be too harsh on your paper and supplies, and everything will go well. Dilute with phthalo blue or cyan on your palette to a very watery consistency. Use a biggish brush like a size 6 or 7 for the step. You can now draw a line with the paint along the drawn mountain line. It's okay when it's nice and juicy. Wash your brush out and spread the paint down carefully until it blends into the white of the paper. You can repeat that step until it's fully blended. The step is a good reminder that we don't paint with the paint and watercolors, but with water mainly. If you can control the water, you can master the paint. Let your painting dry for a few minutes before you continue. It's time to paint the little house now. Mix cadmium red hue or any warm red you have on your palette with burnt sienna. It will give you that wonderful warm Scandinavian red that I love so much. It's the perfect eye-catcher color for this piece. Fill the house front with it. Use a smaller brush if you feel insecure about the size. And leave out the windows. We will fill them with a different color in a later step. Next we'll paint the trees. Mix phthalo blue with a little bit of lemon yellow to a dark green, almost turquoise. Slight variations in your mix are okay. And fill in the tree on the back with this color. For the tree on the left, mix more lemon yellow into your mix for a yellowish green and color the tree in. Leave the last tree for now, so the colors don't bleed into each other. That's a great trick, by the way, to jump from area to area in your painting and give them time to dry to avoid bleeding unintentionally. So while the trees dry, wet some burnt umber in your palette. Use a small brush as these parts will be very detailed. Paint the log pile on the left with it as well as the fence and the chimney. To paint the thin lines, use the tip only and apply no pressure on your brush. That way you can do the smallest details with no effort. Let's make a little jump again and paint the last tree. Red the light green you mixed before and fill in the tree. It's as easy as that. Next we're going to add some more details to the hut and use burnt umber again. Draw a thin line along the roof, but only underneath it, and along the edge of the house front, just to separate it better from the wall. At this point you can also add little tree trunks to the Christmas trees in the same color. While we're at it, use some warm yellow that leans a little bit into orange and color in the windows. Now it looks like someone has some warm and cozy light inside the house. For the snow on the ground and smoke too, mix ultramarine to a very watery consistency, like tinted water. First we'll hint at the snow on top of the logs and the roof by painting a thin line in this light blue color. You can give a little bit on the lower edge of both areas too, but not color them in completely. With the same ultramarine, you can paint the snow on the ground. Hold your brush a bit flatter where you want to add shadows, and drag the brush sideways with no pressure for a broader line. You can paint the smoke from the chimney in a similar way. Start at the chimney and paint the smoke in spiraling motions. When you feel like you run out of paint, pick more of the mix up from the palette. You can also pick up clean water to water the paint further on the paper. This will create a slight variation in color, which looks very nice and natural. You can use the same technique to paint clouds, by the way. What's left now are some final details, and you're almost done. Pick up burnt umber again, using a small brush, and paint the window frames, the door frame, and put a little dot in the door for a doorknob. How was it? I hope you got along well, and if you feel stuck, you can look up the steps on the blog or again in the video. The images in the blog might be helpful though, I feel. Let me know how you liked this tutorial and tag me when you post your paintings or share it with me on Discord. There's a channel where you can share your art with me and lots of other channels for all the wonderful things around watercolors. In case you want to paint more, there's a playlist with more tutorials, so check them out. Have the most wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!